There was a boy called Luis, who had a very short temper. One day his father gave him a bag of nails and said, "Why don't you hammer a nail every time you get angry?" Luis agreed and took the bag of nails. The first day, he had driven 41 nails into a fence. Over the next few weeks, as he learned to control his anger, the number of nails hammered daily gradually dwindled down. He discovered it was easier to hold his temper than to drive those nails into the fence. The father said, "Now that you have learned to control your temper, why don't you start to pull out a nail for each day you successfully control your temper?" Luis agreed. A few days later, all the nails were pulled out. The father took Luis to the fence and told him that he did a good job. But the fence is full of holes. It will never be the same. When you say things in anger, they leave a scar. It won't matter how many times you apologize. The wound is still there. A 24-year-old boy seeing out from the airplane's window shouted, "Dad, look, the houses are going behind." Dad smiled, and a young couple sitting nearby looked at the 24-year-old's childish behavior with pity. Then the son shouted again, "Dad, look how small the cars are down there." The father smiled and nodded his head. The couple became more and more annoyed by the childish behavior, and anger began to grow inside them. Suddenly he again exclaimed, "Dad, look, the clouds are running with us." The couple couldn't resist and said to the old man, "Why don't you take your son to a good doctor?" The old man smiled and said, "I did, and we are just coming from the hospital. My son was blind from birth, he just got his eyes today." Things aren't always what they appear to be. Everyone has their own story. Avoid judging others, as the reality of their situation may astonish you.